How long have you been in the property management industry?
Forever. um, since the late 80s. So a very
Amazing.
long time. I started in Michigan, did it in Florida, and now I'm here in Tennessee.
How long have you been using Gatewise now?
About 4 months.
What problem did you look to solve with Gatewise?
We used a card system prior, and it was through Door King. And all
Mm-hmm.
the time we were having problems with failure of it used the internet, but it was an internet line that was in conjunction with the leasing office Comcast, and it would fail all the time. So people's cars wouldn't work. So we'd have to open up the gates, which left us liability to people that live on the outside that don't belong here.
Yeah.
So we just wanted something with consistency and something that we did not have to worry about having to open our gates up because our Comcast didn't work.
For other community managers who are looking to implement a solution like this, what advice would you give them?
Just make a lot of phone calls, check it out first for yourself and talk to other managers that have used it, which is exactly what we did. And you won't have you won't have the downtime of learning like you do with the gate systems like Door King or anything like that. So we were able to take the tutorial that you had online and completely understand it. There were a couple of hiccups, but your team has been great at answering questions as far as us getting like just being able to reach out to someone and getting an answer immediately and not have to wait 2 or 3 or 4 days for somebody to say, okay, I'm here to answer your question now. I'm impatient. I don't have that time. When I ask for an answer, I need an answer now.
What do you use for when you have questions?
I go to you guys live to the email or I'll use the portal. For the while there, I wasn't getting the answers from the portal, like specific answers. Because on a day-to-day operation, we've got cameras right in front of us. So we see things that happen that maybe your portal's not gonna cover. So just calling somebody and having somebody pick up the phone and say, yep, we're here, or email. I'm big on emails just because I can
Yeah.
go back and figure out, okay, what did we say in that email? So, and that's so helpful.
You quantified anything as far as savings go from starting to use and implement Gatewise?
It's nice not having to purchase the cards all the time, and the cards are fairly costly when you buy a box of 1,000. But people lose them all the time, or they get cracked, or they get dropped out of their car and get run over. Where with Gatewise, I can just deactivate them and then or put them back in the system. I like that I can put residents, guests in the system if they need it for a couple of days access and then take them right back out. I like that I don't have to give access to anybody I don't want to, such as Amazon drivers. We do not give Amazon drivers access. They need to come to us, ask for access to our property, and then we let them in. We did that one time. We gave Amazon drivers access to our property and they used one of our boxes and they linked into it and actually burned our green board up. So I will not do that again. They actually
Yeah.
melted the green board because their technical people came to our property, hooked into the main, instead of hooking into our gate system, they hooked into our main key box where our keypad was, and they melted our green board. So, and that was very, very costly, and they did not take responsibility for it. Our residents can give app or take the app and use it for anybody. Uber Eats, Amazon, anybody that wants to come in, Kroger's groceries. Their app is just, and then for residents that don't have the technology to use that app, they can use the remote control clickers, and I got 4 residents that use those, and those are wonderful. And whenever I call and I have problems with the antenna or anything like that, you guys are right there to get it helpful.
Your residents have the ability right now to just, from wherever they are, they just open for, groceries or
Yes,
okay, Uber Eats, all that kind of stuff. So they
yes,
don't really have to be in the property. You have that set up
they do
for them
not.
to be anywhere.
They
Okay.
could they could be out with friends, clubbing or whatever, and their groceries are being delivered, and they could say, "Hang on a second," and there
Yeah.
it is. Which takes us out of the situation. Even though residents are responsible for their guests, it still takes us out of that situation where they're mad at us because we couldn't allow access to somebody that they wanted in.
Yeah.
It has helped immensely with people. We've got it set up now where it's easy for the gate arm, which we have an arm and then a gate. because of how quickly they can access their application on their phone, it helps the gate arm go down on a timely basis where people aren't able to